So he did Cubism for a very long time, and then he moved on to Classicism, and that was another... Yeah, it was another period that he got into. Mm-hmm. And that's where there's this very famous portrait of Igor Stravinsky. And he was friends with a Russian composer. But I remember in high school always looking at this portrait of Igor. And I don't know, our art teacher always just had us look at it. And we were like, okay, because I guess it's a very famous Picasso piece. It's not very Picasso-y, well, kind of. But it's very much just a line art drawing of his friend. But that's one of his famous pieces that he did from Surrealism. And then pretty much after that, he just did a lot of mixed art from like before there was a civil war around the 1930s in Spain, that he was making kind of paintings based off of that, and then the post-war and things of that nature.
Guernica.
Yes.
Guernica was born, one of his most famous works, depicting a rather violent scene. Also, in a lot of his work, you see the fact that he was from Spain, where bullfighting is very popular, and it shows up a lot. Not only bulls, but pigeons. Did you know his dad, raised pigeons, and they just flew around his house? So then fast forward to when he had his own studio. By the way, he got his first studio when he was 16. He was total child prodigy level. But yeah, he had pigeons hanging around his studio too.
Oh, wow.
And he would draw them.
Aww.
And they would just hang out. Oh. And I imagine that was very odd for people who would visit, because I think it was World War II. Might have been World War I. He partnered with the Red Cross because all of the soldiers were like, we want to go to France and we want to see the Eiffel Tower and we want to see Picasso, because at that point he was quite famous. And he could have capitalized on his fame by continuing the Rose period and stuff, but he's like, nah, I don't want to duplicate myself.
Yeah.
So he flipped it all again. But that's a whole other thing. But yeah, he would allow soldiers to come and tour his studio. And I can just imagine walking in and be like, oh, I'm going to meet Picasso.
Yeah.
Why are there angels?
Didn't know this about you.